Hey everybody, welcome to episode 23 of Big Time Reality TV. My name is Andrew Kirk. You guys can find me on Twitter at CSUAKirk. The blog, I just posted a blog yesterday, bigtimerealitytv.blogspot.com. And that's actually what we're going to talk about first. My guest today is Ace Nichols. You guys know her from the Great Challenge recaps, and she's been on my show before.
Hey everybody, how are you guys? I'm
Hi,
excited
Ace. How you
to
been?
be here.
How you been? Hey everybody, welcome to episode 23 of the Big Time Reality TV. Is that you or me? You guys can find me on
That's
Twitter
you.
at the blog. Let's minimize that. Okay, that happens before. So how are we doing, Ace?
I'm doing good. How are you? How are you?
I'm great. It's definitely good to talk to you. It's been about a year since we've last talked. It was during Real World Explosion, so
It's always too long, and
glad to have you back.
yeah, I'm always glad to
Yeah,
be back.
yeah. What I was gonna ask you is, have you seen my recent blog posts?
I haven't. Don't hurt me. I have a very stressful job.
Well, I made a fantasy challenge, and I would love this to be season 27, but it probably won't. What if it was two teams, Bananas captain one team and West captain the other?
Okay.
Just be a battle of, because I mean, wouldn't you agree with me that the theme of this season, especially with Banani coming back last week, that the theme of this season is West versus Bananas?
Yes, and I'm
So
totally.
I think they should totally capitalize on that and have uh, Banana's strongest allies go up against West's, and I put rookies in there where I thought would fit.
That'd be awesome. I saw you tweet it, and I was gonna go look at it, and I just haven't yet. But I did see that you had a new idea, and gotta check that out. But yeah, that would be awesome. I would be on Bananas team
I,
if he would have me.
I don't have anything against West, but I
You know,
gotta go with this.
neither do I. I don't have anything against any of these people, although people think I'm super duper hateful to everybody, which is just funny to me. But
How come I can't? Okay, are you frozen?
no, you were for a second,
Okay.
like this.
I don't know what's going on with your computer. Okay, you're good. So what have you been? So how are you feeling about Battle Exes 2
Um,
up
I'm
until this point?
I'm loving it so far. I thought that I was going to be really aggravated with the "Are You the One" kids, but it seemed to flow nicely. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It turned out well. I liked Brittany and Adam a lot, and I I was very like, I don't like these new people coming into the challenge, but I love it
Too
so
bad
far.
you're okay with it. Because I tweeted yesterday another format I think that they need to do is challengers Are You the One, and people were like, no, we don't want Are You the One back. We don't want Are You the One back. They were a busted season.
Well, I'm not
I,
saying I want to see them again.
I,
I'm just saying I didn't have a
yeah,
problem this time.
yeah. I don't know. Like I'm hearing what people are saying, and like, did those four, John Simone, Adam and Brittany, make a splash this season?
Nah,
Not really.
nah.
They did a
I mean,
but
I like Adam. I do. I tried to hate him really. I tried to hate him really, but I liked Brittany too. I liked both of them. I think that they were good players, like to have on the challenge. John and Simone, not so much. They were just like extras. Are you the extras?
so so yeah so yeah going into Battle Exes 2, what teams were you pulling for?
Oh, you mean going into it or now? Like before?
Yeah, like off the bat.
Off the bat, I'm always going for Sarah because I'm like, can she just win already? But as it went on, so it was a toss up between Jordan and Sarah and Bananas and Nani. In the end, I really want Bananas and Nani to win, so I'm going for them.
I I'm a big Bananas fan, but I don't want that to happen, especially when they got eliminated earlier in the season. Like I like the Exile twist. Don't get me wrong. I felt like it was a great twist, and I felt like it worked. But I want to see I want to see Sarah win her first one.
Well, I always, like I said, I always want to see Sarah win, but I feel like it will be the perfect, like, for this whole exiled, dealio or whatever. I think it'd be perfect for the people who were in the exiled house that beat out everybody, that came back, for them to actually win the entire thing. I think that would be played out perfectly. Now, will that happen? Shit, if I know, I have no idea. But if Sarah does win, I will be happy for Sarah. Oh, also for Jordan. Because I like both of them. But yeah, going for Banani.
You're coming in really choppy, Ace.
I'm choppy.
Yeah. And you're like, your screen is frozen. I don't know what's going on.
I have super amazing internet. I don't know why that would be happening.
Yeah. Am I coming in okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
for a Google Hangout, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you, you didn't mention Teresa and West in that. Why not?
Oh, I really want them to win. I really just wish that they would just cry and win all the money. I don't like Teresa. I just don't. I don't think that's ever changed though. I feel like um, I feel like I've always had a thing out for Teresa, but that's also because she gives shit back to me, because she thinks I hate her, and so I then just get angrier that she can't take a joke. So I know I don't want them to win. And Wes, the way he plays the game, sure, a lot of people like it, and they think like that's the way to play the challenge. You gotta mind manipulate and all this stuff, and that's true. Um, Something about him this season, he's just
You
super.
mind refreshing real quick, Ace? Let's
Yeah.
see if that.
Wait, what?
Okay, now it's perfect. Give me a little. Oh,
What's wrong with me?
like your screen keeps going. I don't know how it's. Can you see me now?
Yeah, you just hung up on me and
Okay.
like
It said something that the video connection was lost. I hope we're still live. I think we are.
it says live in the corner,
Okay.
so I think we
Can
are.
can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I kind of hear you on Teresa. I've spoke as you've known. I've spoken with her a couple seasons. Um, I've been kind of like iffy about. I mean, I haven't done any challenge. I've only done one challenge interview this whole season because I've been so busy with school,
Yeah.
and I've just been having more success getting real world skeletons interviews. So after a while, I was like, you know what, I'll just stay with the real world. Having both of them on at the same time was kind of hectic.
Oh yeah. And that's my number one comment is like, why aren't you recapping real world skeletons? And I'm like, because I'm recapping this. Like, what am I going to do? My whole week
Man,
is going to be a giant recap. And with my Time Warner cable that I have to wait until the middle of the night to see anything, it makes it a little difficult with work and everything like that. But I'd love to do both of them at the same time. I'm really enjoying skeletons too, but like, I just can't do it.
how you feeling about your Louisiana boy, Tony?
I love Tony. Tony's the best. I don't know how he found me on Twitter, but he like immediately found me on the first recap, and followed me, and I was like, "Hey, we're both like from the same place. What's up?" I have nothing else to say yet, but no, I like him. I like him. I don't like Madison very much.
Yeah, yeah, I'm okay with him. I mean, I didn't have any like serious issues with him. Some of the stuff he did was like, "What are you doing, Tony?"
Oh yeah, well he's crazy, but that's what happens when you grow up in New Orleans. You're insane. That's
Uh,
just what it is.
I don't know what's going on with my connection. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Your screen just keeps going dark, and
You want me to
it.
hang up on you? You want me to hang up on you and restart it?
No, you're good here. You're good here. I'll let you know if anything happens. It's just being so weird today. I was on the phone when I was doing a Survivor recap with Whitney and Stefan, and I think it did the same thing. I'm not quite sure. Um, but anyways, we'll keep rolling. So let's just get into the last week. Obviously, Battle Exile was revealed. Um, did you watch the Exiles? What do you think of them? Do you think they should return this twist? Like, what do you think about it as a whole?
I don't think they should return it because I don't want to have to go to MTV.com and watch it. If they want to do that type of thing, I think they should have it within the episode. Like after the episode's over, they should just have it as like an extended, like they do like the after show, whatever. Sometimes, like it's
Agreed.
it's a pain in the ass to have to go to MTV.com and watch it, and I don't like it. So I mean, I think that they could do twists like that, and if they don't have time for it, which they do, because they pan to certain things for like 5, 10 seconds, 15 seconds that don't fucking matter, like a palm tree and shit. Cut
Yeah,
it out and fit it with content, like So I don't think a lot of people personally were going and watching The Exiled, but then that confuses me because I don't know how they would know what was going on, but you know. I mean,
yeah.
I thought after a while it was a cool idea, but like I don't want to have to go somewhere different to get that content, right?
Uh-huh. The next question is, what is Ace drinking?
I'm drinking Maker's Mark, although my cup says Gentleman's Jack. It's Maker's Mark and Diet Coke.
Nice. Yeah, I like the twist. I mean, I'm like a newer fan of Survivor, and it was very similar to Redemption Island, other than the fact that they didn't know about it,
Yeah,
which I thought was pretty cool. Obviously they won't. They'll know. Well, maybe they won't know about it next time, but I think the only way that this format would work would be like a pair part. Would be a guy girl pair.
yeah.
I
And
don't see them doing it with. I don't see them doing like individual
yeah.
for
So wait, you're a new fan of Survivor, and they're on their what season?
30 season. I just started watching it last season. I watched a little bit of 28, and then I was like, and then I don't know why, but I stopped watching it, and then I watched last season and saw one of the 20s win. That was great. You a
Nice.
Survivor fan?
No, I can't get into the Survivor. I don't know why. It's probably because they're like on an island or something. I can't get into it. But
Speaking of speaking of CBS, one of YouTube Zone was on Big Brother last season.
yes, Frankie Grande.
Did you catch some of that?
Yes, that's my homie, my homie Frankie Grande. He's great. He came into the office after he was out of the Big Brother house, and he was very excited to be out of the Big Brother house, but he was excited for the experience, and he said that he did not get any sleep the entire time he was there. But I know you weren't a big fan of him.
Oh, he was entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. Like I wasn't. He wasn't my favorite by any means, but he was entertaining. He made good TV, especially after he revealed who his sister was.
Well, yeah,
Like as, as soon as he revealed it, I felt like his entertainment level went from 10 to 100.
yeah. I um I I don't understand Big Brother though. Is it like on all the time? Like is it on TV certain days and then on like the internet all the time? Like why do people have pictures from like
Like
inside the house?
when they're in the house, they're actually in the house during the summer. Like the challenge films, like a couple months.
Yeah,
The challenge films like for a month and it's not live. The
right.
Big Brother's act.
Uh, I don't think I could
Uh,
I don't think I could watch a show like that. I'd be like, it's never ending. It's a never ending
I
show.
was so I was so addicted on that show last season. I don't know. It got me crazy. Like I watched the old seasons back. Um, I don't know. I would love to. I talked about this with Tori, Brad's wife. I would love to see somebody from the challenge be on Big Brother, but MTV, CBS. I guess they don't mix.
Uh, hmm. That'd be interesting though.
Once you're signed with MTV, you can't go anywhere. But anyways, back to exiled. I bet after the first week you're like, man, I hope Dustin runs the table. Am I right?
Yeah, I was just sad to see him go. I'm always sad to see him go. But that intro, though, that I got from him of the new challenge challenge recap anthem, made up for pretty much all of it. And he actually called me on the phone when he sent it, and he was like, "Ace, I was really feeling myself. Is it okay, or is it really embarrassing?" I was like, "I don't know, but I'm putting it
If
up."
it's really embarrassing, you're gonna use it. You know?
No, he's great. I was sad to see him go. I always feel like he needs to stay longer because I feel like he can, I feel like he can do a lot of the challenges. Just he never gets to that point, right? He never gets to the point of like really, really.
His social game isn't up to par,
Yeah,
but I don't think it's his fault.
yeah, yeah.
Who are some other ones? I mean, we obviously had the unfortunate passing of DM and Knight. Do you feel like they get MTV gave them both of them good send offs?
I do, I do. It was sad, awful that it was both in the same season and they had to try to do that for each one of them equally. But I think it was good for them to. I think they did it in a stand up way. I think it could have went a lot worse. I think they could have like, you know, sh- I think they probably had worse moments of them both that they held back on for that reason, or whatever. Especially Knight. I think they might have had like worse moments of him that they just didn't use because it wasn't necessary at that point. Um, but yeah, I think they did a good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, very sad, sad stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm also glad that we got to see them again, in that way, and remember them for being happy on the challenge and not, not ever
Yeah,
not challenge again.
it was crazy because I mean, we pretty much. I mean, obviously, we can never expect when it's our time to go, but DM passing was definitely. I mean, it was sad, yes, but expect it, especially from seeing her tweets a couple days before she passed. It looked like it wasn't looking good. But Night, I remember my buddy Big Dave, who you've talked to before from New York. He texted me. It was on Thanksgiving. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, yeah,
But
both
I
both hard news. I mean, DM passed on my birthday, which I didn't know her,
oh,
right? But I feel like I did through all these challenges, and she's always been my favorite. So that was hard on my birthday, you know.
my bad. Just want to see something real quick. I think Knight's picture, and it's kind of interesting. Knight's last picture that he put was that his Twitter picture was of him and DM. So,
Yeah,
oh man.
yeah. Sad stuff in the challenge world, man.
Hmm. Now I know you said you're not very fond of Teresa. Has there been anybody else that you've changed opinions on from either liking to hating or hating to liking?
Yes, I like John A, and I want to kick Zach in the face. So there's two that I went backwards and forwards on, right? Well, Zach kind of always I flip flop on him because
Me too.
he can be cool, and I want to like him because he has my last name. But then I don't, and especially this season, he's just very downgrading to the women, and he's just being a douche. And John A, um, she's way better this season. And I think putting her with Zach gave me like a perspective on her.
Me too. Kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. It gave me a different perspective on her. But yeah, I'm still trying to get her to do an intro. We'll see how that works out. Maybe one day in the next million years, I can convince
Well,
her.
you know, girl Jasmine. I'm pretty sure she can talk to Johnny.
Yeah.
I did,
I'll
I did my previous show, Jasmine.
yeah,
Breakfast too.
I try to sick some people on her already, so we'll see what happens. It might not be this season, but eventually I will get it. It will get done.
We'll have it next season. The
Yeah,
challenge has been.
Yeah.
Team West versus Team Bananas. Let's do it.
I never thought that I
I'm
would get an
telling
answer from bananas, and but so I mean, I've been waiting seasons and seasons and seasons for that. So I was excited about that this season.
I've
Maybe
been
next.
waiting for him to come on for an interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My buddy Brian, I think you know who that is, right? Brian Cohen, Bus Drivers Route. He's had him on 2 different times, and he's had Kenny on twice. So I'm like, where's the love?
Maybe I'll slap him around a little bit. Tell him about you.
I know he knows about me because I remember another fantasy challenge that I had that would be an awesome concept. If you know how they just do partner challenges, it doesn't seem like we're gonna have 2 team challenge.
Yeah.
How about they partner up a champion with somebody who's never won before?
Yeah, I like that.
Guy girl pairs.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah. So uh, I know the rookie team that's still in you're big fans of. Let me just flash the watch real quick. You got your Chris watch on you? No.
Haha. I don't have mine on me. Oh no, he's gonna be so upset. Damn
How
it.
you feeling, Jay? How you feeling? Jay's looking this season.
I always love Jay, but the tongue ring is so 1995. Whenever I see him in the interviews and I can see it, and it's like all old rave style, but that's kind of his thing, right? I mean, it's
Isn't it
fun.
like isn't it like yellow?
Yeah, it's like lime green or something, so I can
Come
always
on, bro.
see it. I'm just like, man, 1995 wants its tongue ring back, Jay. But I love him. He's great. I should have worn my Team J. I have a Team J shirt that I haven't worn yet this season, I don't think. Um, but now I can't wear it because it's kind of awkward. But no, I really like him. I really like Jenna. I don't think that she's smart hanging out with Zach, but whatever. I actually do think she's smart.
Hey, she knows what the UN is, so
Yeah. I really thought she was going to mess that up. Like, I really did. I thought that she was just going to be terrible at trivia, and she wound up being awesome. So, I mean, what do I know? Smarter
let's
than
go
me.
into let's talk about last week's episode. So we obviously got Bananas and Naughty come back. Were you surprised in how quickly Leroy shifted back from West to Bananas?
No, because I would have done the same thing. Like, I would have been like, oh, I was just on his team because you were gone. Because, like, what else was I going to do? I like how Bananas was like, dude, I will throw up if you tell me that. um, but no, I would have done the same thing. I don't think it was a bad move on him. I don't think he really likes Wes. I just think that he was trying to get on somebody's
The
good
way
side to take him to the end, and
waited,
while Bananas
the
was
way that
gone.
West persuaded him 2 weeks ago when Leroy and I were power couple was absolutely genius. Like I love that moment. I'm not. I haven't loved many West moments this season, but the way he persuaded him, being like, "Oh, Zach and John A are still my number one, but if you put them in and they go home, there's a new spot open."
Well, yeah, he's a mind fucker. I mean, that's what he does. That's what he's great at, right? That's his thing. He lives for those types of moments. But then when they get turned around, then he's like last week, and he went and sat down to go try to talk to everybody, and he looked like he could just be like a little baby with a diaper on. Like, why can't he talk his way into those situations, and he can only talk his way in the opposite? You know what I'm saying? In the opposite, to get his way. I think it's just with certain people at this point. Like, I don't think that he can do that to people who have previously like known him significantly in a challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then they would just be like hip to his game, like, oh, it's just Wes talking Wes language, and I'm not listening because he's just bullshitting me. That's what I would do. I wouldn't believe anything Wes said.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying we have any questions, but we don't.
I was like
You
literally
can-
looking through these drawers for that. I have drawers next to me, and I was looking for one of those watches.
I was just gonna say, if you guys want to ask questions for those of you who are watching right now, it's a hashtag Ask Ace. You get your own hashtag. How do you feel about that?
Ask Ace. I feel a little weird about that. Um, because I don't know who would. I mean, obviously people would have questions, but
Mhm.
my own hashtag. If you could make your own hashtag trend about you, what would it be, Andrew?
That's a good question. I have no clue. Yeah, so they, I wasn't surprised either. I mean, I kind of wish for Leroy's sake it wasn't Bananas who came back because that way, I think once he eliminated Bananas, I felt like he was on a roll. Like he took out Johnny and Avery, he won Power Couple. He put fear in the eyes of JG.
Yeah,
I mean, he
yeah.
did it. He was doing well, and I felt like they could have had a chance of winning. I mean, they still can, but I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
What? How did I want to ask you a question? How did you feel? Oh, first, look what Gina just went and found me. There we
The
go.
first,
It even matches what I have on. Check me
it
out.
does.
Um, guys, these light up. Anybody who's watching, crazewatches.com.
This one doesn't. I
Yours
lost it.
lights up.
My battery died on this one.
You were clicking it too much.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember when I had Jay on quick side note. He said that Tom, when they were in the house, would always do it every day, and the battery would die.
yeah, like you don't do it every day. I want to ask you how you feel about Hurricane Naya finally showing face in last week's episode. And do you think tonight she's gonna beat the shit out of Nani? And what are your thoughts on that? Are they gonna get? Are they not even gonna get into a fight? And it's just like this whole build up for us to want to watch, or is somebody gonna
I don't
get?
know. When it comes to Nani, I mean, I feel like she could hold her own, but there's many people in the house that really care about her and don't want to see her in danger. So I feel like somebody's gonna hold her back.
What do you think Naya was saying during the bleeps?
I don't know if I. Well, there.
Well,
Well,
there
there.
was an echo.
I'm gonna put
No, but there was really a lot of bleeps. Too many bleeps.
You know what she called him?
What she called him?
I
Okay, now there's
know
an echo.
Okay, now there's an echo.
there's an echo.
Yeah, we're 30 minutes.
Yeah,
We're 30 minutes
We're 30
in,
minutes in,
and there's an echo.
and there's an echo. That's what.
It's your fault.
It is my fault.
It's my fault.
Um,
Um,
let's skip it.
let's skip it.
I wasn't surprised.
surprised.
No?
Maybe we should both
Maybe
get
we should
headphones.
both get headphones.
I have headphones right here. Let's do it.
Like honestly, I wasn't
Honestly, I
surprised.
wasn't.
Like Jordan and Sarah putting him in. I can hear you. Like honestly, I wasn't surprised that they put him in because you're not going with the rookies in. And it shocked the hell out of me. I don't know if it did about you that Bananas and Jordan are actually on good terms this season.
I wasn't so shocked, but I wouldn't play the game right. I would throw the rookies in because I think it would be more fun but because they're looking for somebody easy to go, to take to the end, to take out, then sure, fine. I mean, that's how they always do it, but, I would take the rookies out.
Yeah. like I kind of wish they would have, and it would have worked so much easier for Jay and Jenna as well as Jordan and Sarah had they said in their power couple things, I'm putting Leroy and Nia because both times that they went in by power couple, they were the second worst team.
Right. Yep.
So I mean, by performance wise, it really wasn't a bad choice.
No. But I mean, I can't wait to see what happens tonight because the challenge looks cool. Is it a nighttime challenge?
You know what it reminds me of, and I'm super excited because for my graduation present this year, I'm going to Vegas. Can't wait.
Nice.
It reminds me of you know how on Real World Las Vegas they did the skyscraper thing at night.
Yeah.
It kind of
Hmm.
reminds me of that, you know.
I know. I'm interested to see exactly what it is. I'm excited, but I have to stay excited until midnight, so that's hard.
Yeah. Only for one more week though, because they're going back to they're gonna put it in the 10th spot. Hopefully that helps with the ratings. The ratings have been this season.
Really? I don't check.
Yeah,
I don't check the
I don't
ratings and shit like
I,
that. Like,
I don't think they've gotten over a million this season, and Real World's only been over a million like 3 times.
well, you know.
It is what it is. Like I'm kind of like I, I remember when I had Mark Long on once or twice. That's who you need to get in. Do an intro for you,
I
Mark.
know, man. I'm like, send me some
He would
pocket
do it.
protein. Let's do
He would
this.
do it.
Yeah.
Like I know he would. But anyways, I was talking about it. And I was like, he said the challenge will never die. I mean, and I seriously I believe him. Like regardless of how the ratings go, I think people shouldn't fear that the challenge will go off the air. Now the real world, I don't know.
But how are they going to do one without the other? You know what I mean?
I mean they got enough. I mean, you got the exes from last season.
But they're all going to get super old. And then we're
I
going to just
guess
be
you can
watching
put.
a
I
bunch of
guess you can.
elderly people.
I guess you can put the skeletons in. Why not?
No, definitely put the skeletons in. I'm down for that. But I feel like a lot of them are getting too old, or they feel like they've been on it too many times and haven't won, so they don't have any interest in it. And then, so I don't, there needs to be fresh people there. So like you want them to keep the real world going. I wish they would just stop with all these stupid
Well,
twists. Because the
well,
real world has skeletons without it being named real world skeletons. I mean,
yeah.
honestly, I don't want to see them picking up the phone and calling the producer. Like, I don't want to see. Why? Why? We didn't have to see that before. Like, why do we have to see it now? It's dumb.
Yeah. Like there's so many rookies that even without feature rules that we can still see. I mean, Rural DC we've only seen Ty and Emily.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? I mean, we could see
That's
like
crazy.
Mike Manning, but I think he's like an actor now. Um, I don't know if you
There's,
remember Mike, the bisexual guy.
no, I totally remember Mike. I know who you're talking about.
I think
Um,
he's like an actor of some type now. Rural no, I've been preaching this for years. Where's Ashley Feldman when you need her?
I know, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I don't know why those people aren't chosen, or what, or I don't know who does the choosing, or who's not
hmm
accepting. That's always a funny thing to think about, is like, who did they try to get? Who couldn't
There
take
was
it?
a picture, and I don't know if I still have it on my phone. They showed the reunion cast for the Battle Axis 2 reunion, and they showed like a whole bunch of I don't have it. Maybe it's on my iPad. They showed a whole bunch of like teams that were supposed to be on it,
Oh,
but
really?
were taken over by Are You the Oneers
Oh, that's so stupid.
or CT and DM. I think there was a replacement team too. Last minute. No, I don't have it. But there were teams like Jarrell and Rachel, which I know people were kind of pissed that they weren't on. Trey and Laura, your favorite Trey.
Trey, shout out, man. Weather Holtz. Love that.
I gotta get back on. Oh, I do have it. I do have it. Some of the teams that were snubbed. Dunbar and Ashley.
Oh, Dumbar, dumb, D-U-M-B,
I,
bar.
I really don't remember Ashley that much.
You don't? I remember
I
her.
think she was a replacement, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Um, Eric and Sahar from NOLA.
Uh, wait,
I don't remember them.
wait. I remember Eric. And who?
Sahar,
No,
the one with the deep voice.
I don't remember. I have to look that up
Yeah.
now. Oh no, there's one I don't know, or I don't remember. Sahar.
Uh, like I said, Trey and Laura.
Yes.
They were snubbed big time, and the minute I found out they were snubbed, I was so pissed. Like, how could you not put Saint
Oh,
and
I remember them.
nobody from Saint Thomas? Yeah, you just do a Google search or what?
Yeah, Eric and Sahar. I got it. Now I
Oh
remember.
shit. Yeah. And then Trey and Laura were one, obviously.
That would have been fun.
Danny and Melinda, they would have gone home first.
Oh, holy shit. They would have got sent home immediately, just right after they
They would
announced their names.
they would have been the first. They would have been the worst. They would have been the last place team, and they would have gone to the dome.
They always suck. Danny and Melinda. There's so many people now. You got kicked out. It wasn't me.
I don't know what's happening, Ace. It did the same thing again.
Somebody that really likes Danny and Melinda was tired of hearing us talk shit. That's what just happened.
Yeah, and then Darrell and Rachel, which I don't know if the casual viewer would know about those two.
I would love Darrell and Rachel.
That would be my only concern. Like I don't know. Like, did they hook up on Rural Girls? Like
Who knows,
10,
man? A high
12
five
years
is
ago?
a hookup in this crap.
Yeah. And then lastly, Latoya and Swift.
No, I can do without Swift, man. He drives me
It would have
crazy.
been that would have been the comedy team though.
Yeah, I
mean,
love Latoya, but Swift drives me fucking nuts. Like, he's so full of himself, and there's not very much to be full of. Like, he's very tiny.
Swift.
I do like how
Brandon
like-
Swift.
I do like how at the beginning of all of this, like Nani, whenever they were saying teams, and Nani was like, "Shit, I have a lot of people I could be on. I could be on this team with."
Looks back at Riley.
It was just really funny because that's not a great situation to be in. Like, oh shit, who is my ex?
Mhm.
Who is the one?
Who is the one? Oh man, that was funny. That was funny. The first challenge after Are You the One was wiped out was called Are You the One?
Yeah, I love that. I love playing into that in the recaps. Like, any way that I can fit that in. The Are You the One question. I mean,
Yeah. Well, we talked about Zach. I mean, I gotta get your thoughts. What is up with this guy this season? I mean, he seems like
his
I mean,
ponytail is too tight, obviously.
we all know he's an arrogant and he's an asshole. But what made him seem like he was so better than everybody else? I'll be right back as you answer that.
I think because he was
What
stuck
reality?
with John A. and he didn't want to be, probably. I mean, I have no idea.
Be down in a few minutes.
But, I mean, he's always been a dick, but he was like super dick this season. I'm not quite sure why, but.
Mm-hmm.
And he's back.
Yeah. I can't believe some of the stuff he said this season. Like the whole females are swamp donkeys and
Dude, look that up, and now I call everybody at work a swamp donkey. It's hilarious.
and he compared John A to Lenny. Like,
Dude, I think he was
I-
just
I-
mad. I think he was just mad that he had to be on the team with John A. And, like, I don't know. People don't consider her the best player, and he's all about winning. And, like, I don't know. He sucks. Everything he says sucks, except for when I need quotes for the recap, because although he is the most,
he gives good one-liners. Yeah.
yeah, although he is like the one person I love to hate this season, like besides Teresa, she's somebody I always love to hate, but he at least gives me great stuff to put in the recaps, because the shit that comes out of his mouth, like I don't even know.
Oh man, I'm gonna hate myself for making fun of her because I love Teresa, but not this season.
You love
But
Teresa? Oh,
I
God.
used to.
I gotta go.
used to. I used to. Not this season. I'm really on the fence with her. But the moment she said, "I don't need this challenge to prove that I'm a winner because I know I'm a winner."
It's Teresa time. Have you looked at your watch?
Oh, but yeah, I think Wes has rubbed off on her, and it's not looking good.
I think she's
You
always
weren't-
been like that. I think she's
You
always
weren't
been like that.
you weren't a fan of her in a free agency and a Rivals 2?
I don't think so. Like, I have to go back and watch my own recaps and see what happens, but I think I've always at least made fun of her crying. Like,
Yeah.
and she just started. I was, like, waiting for, I'm like, when is she going to cry? Like, I know at some point, but they kept winning, and I was like, fuck, man, when is she going to cry? And finally, last week, she started crying, and she cried a lot, and it was great, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I hope she continues to cry. But
It's it's a physical elimination tonight, so I feel like Hurricane Nye is gonna.
yeah, I'm a little afraid. I'm a little excited. I would love to see Nani punch her in the face, but not really, because then she would get sent home, which can't happen. That's not going to happen. They're not really going to fight. That's my prediction, is they're not really going to lay a hand on each other, and this is all a build up to be continued by MTV.
They did it for both shows last week. Can you believe that?
It's so stupid. I know they did do it, but now that you remind me, they did do it for both shows. I watched them out of order, but.
And speaking of Zach real quick, I don't know if you've seen pictures that have leaked on Twitter yesterday. His ex-girlfriend, Ashley, has something going on with Bruno. I don't know if you saw
Really?
that. Yeah.
I was just thinking about those two together, because while I was putting together this intro video that I'm going to put up after we get off of this Google thing, I was thinking when I was putting it together, wow, a lot of these people have broken up. Like, because I have intros from Heather and Dustin.
Oh no.
I have, and then I purposely put Zach's intro back to Ashley's intro, on purpose, because Zach won't send me one right now, and I love his though for the one that he did make, which was so half-ass and totally Zach Nichols. You'll be reminded of it when you see it, and then I have
Check
Ashley.
it out.
Yeah,
Check it out.
because I check it out. Yeah, silly. But and then I have who else do I have? Well, they weren't on the challenge, but I have Thomas and Jamie from Explosion.
Thomas and Haley.
And I have Thomas and Jamie
Well, Haley's an ex too.
together. Right. It's just awkward that I have all these intros of people that were once together and now are not together. And I even asked my wife, it was when I was putting it together, I was like, should I not like put these in? Is this gonna make people really uncomfortable? But I put them in anyway.
You should if Tony and Madison are on a future challenge, don't ask them to do a recap together, an intro together. So
no, they're totally gonna break up. Are we kidding ourselves?
I'm blaming you, Ace.
They're totally gonna break up. They're totally.
I think, and for speaking with Tony, I think they're together right now.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly.
I don't know how long.
Tony's tied down to one woman.
I don't know how long that will last. We will see. Maybe he will show me up, and I don't know. I just don't see. I mean, all of them seem to break up.
It's unfortunate. I mean, we are not going to get many Brads and Torys and
No.
Rachel and what was that? What's this congressman's name from Boston? Sean, maybe. Yeah, Sean.
Sean?
Old school rural.
Yeah.
Rachel
no,
from San Francisco and
Yeah.
Sean from Boston, I think. Yeah.
I want to sit down.
We're not getting many couples like that, unfortunately.
I want to sit down one day and just watch all of the Real World seasons, like back to back. But there's like 30, and so that would take a really long time.
I'd be down. I'd be down to watch them one day.
Slumber party. For like 4 months.
Yeah, so wrapping this up, I mean, we talked about like new concepts for season 27. The challenge has been renewed, as well as Are You the One? Are you going to watch Are You the One now?
I am.
To prospect who's going to be on the challenge.
I am, because of that very reason. But what can you? Okay, because I don't know. Can you give me a brief Are You the One summary breakdown of what it is? Because I haven't watched it.
Certainly. So what they do is they've had 2 seasons so far, and I've had a bunch of them on both seasons. Actually, one of the girls from season 1 was my highest rated Spreecast with like 12,000, so it was pretty badass. But anyways, what they do is they have 20 singles, or 21 with season 2, and they put them in a house in a great place like Hawaii or Puerto Rico, and you have to find your perfect match It's all computerized and shit. And if they find all 10 of them, they win $1 million. They split $1 million, which is $50K a piece.
What the
And
hell?
they won them both seasons. The second season, I wasn't quite sure if they were going to win, but they did on the very last try.
Do they all sleep in the same bed, like Tila Tequila?
Wow, totally brought that show back up. Wow. I think they all have one bed for. I think they do have one bed.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
They do?
but they have another room called the Boom Boom Room.
Oh no.
And
See,
Brittany and Adam were in the Boom Boom Room quite a bit season 1.
is Brittany the one that you told? Is she the one? No, really though. Is she the one that you told me, like, as the challenge was starting? I remember you DMing me on Twitter and being like, "The Are You the One kids are on it, but like, I really like Brittany, so like, just give her a chance." Was that Brittany that you were telling me to give her a chance?
I think it was like out of the 4, and I mean I like Simone. I was okay with JJ. I don't know if you heard like about
Oh, yeah.
maybe about a month ago his heart attack. That was a little bit scary.
Yeah.
Um,
He's carrying
but
too much hair on his head. That's what's going on.
yeah, the only one that really impressed me this season was Brittany. I felt like she came off very likable. I know she's made good friends from this show with John A. and Nani and other people, and I don't know. I feel like they need to bring a couple of them on from season 1 and a couple from season 2. Like, and I get it, people. You want it to be just Real World.
But this may be the new fucking Real World for all we know.
Are you the one, right?
Yeah.
Like, there was this one guy, Johnny Ziegler. I haven't heard from him in a while. He wasn't gonna have about me convincing him that Are You the One should be on the channel. So I was like, you know what, I quit.
Well,
yeah, you should.
I have to watch it now because
definitely go back and watch season 1.
Well, because go watch season 1. I don't know if I'm gonna go backwards.
Brittany and Adam and Simone and JJ were on it.
Okay, maybe, but
and if
I have to watch
from season 2 comes on.
I have to watch it now because, well, I'll get to know them just like I did in this one. I was like, I'm not going to go back and watch that just because these people are on it. Like, I'll just get to know them, hopefully in a short amount of time, and figure them out. And I think that I did. I liked all of them. You know, nobody really rubbed me the wrong way in a Zach Nichols fashion. I liked him. I'd see him back. You know.
Mm-hmm. So as I was saying, what would you want season 27 to be?
I hate this question because I don't know. I'm not a planner. I'm not really somebody that thinks about ideas. And they couldn't. I mean, I was going back through like the old recaps today because I was like looking for the intros and shit like that. But like, out of the ones I've done, I really loved Battle of the Seasons, and now they're not going to be able to do that again, really, because
I think they can.
I mean, they can. I really liked it because I felt like those people have like a different, what's the big word with a C? Camaraderie. They feel like a family already. So like having.
The only negative thing about Battle of the Seasons is you're not going to get 4 people from Key West, unfortunately.
Well, what can you do? You know. It's going to be funny because it's like Battle of the Seasons, like skeletons are going to be mixed with Las Vegas. 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
You know? It's going to be weird now because MTV went and messed it all up. But I wouldn't mind seeing that again because I like the dynamic of having 2 people from the same season that already know each other and whatever, and not that they're not exes and they already have drama, although they could already have drama. You know, they could pick 2 people from the season that hate each other. But
I mean, we can just run by the teams. I mean, you could have Portland in there.
Oh yeah.
Jordan, Johnny, Naya, Avery, or Jessica, whoever you want to put in those. Explosion. Who would you put on Team Explosion? Jenny and Brian are out of it because.
Oh, because they're gonna have a baby. they're gonna have a baby. That's so cute. I would put from Explosion. I would put shit. That's hard, man. I want Jay. I want Jamie. I want Ari, and I want. Do they have to? Well, what about the exes?
It's hard. It's hard because with the guys, you love all three. All three of them are great.
Yeah.
So if you leave Tom out, if you put Tom and Jay, you leave Corey out. If you put Jay and Corey, you leave Tom out. Like, what do you?
Let's leave Tom out though, because he's been around. Let's leave him out. He brought Haley onto this, which I wasn't really a fan of. Let's leave him out. But I like Haley. Don't get me wrong, I do like her. But let's leave him out of that. Let's say we would put on Jay and Corey and Jamie and Ari.
Wouldn't you want to see Thomas and Jamie be like, oh, be the next Johnny and Avery?
No, because they wouldn't. Because Thomas would just be like.
Rumor has it she cheated on me.
Thomas would just be like smiling the whole time, and Jamie would just be like, I have tattoos and I don't give a shit about you. And
I still can't believe the very first episode he said it out loud. She took my virginity.
Oh, I know, dude. I'm so glad
the vets were like, wow.
I'm so glad that's the one the one real world season that I fully did recaps on was that one, because now I feel like I have to keep it special and I can't do other ones because I liked that one so much. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever do it. Well, there might not be another one, so I might not have to worry about it so much.
Yeah. So, let's get predictions. Wes, Teresa, Nia, Leroy. I think it's gonna be a repeat. Leroy's gonna take Wes out for the second straight Battle X's.
I kind of don't want to call it. Because I jinx myself. Every time you do this to me, the opposite happens. So watch. I'm gonna call this perfectly, and if I do call it, I want you to tweet me and be like, right. You were right. Leroy and I are gonna win the Dome. They're gonna win Power Cup. They're gonna win Power Couple. Heights Challenge, I don't know. Maybe not. And then everybody's gonna eat fried chicken in celebration.
You didn't. I wasn't gonna ask you about the whole Power Couple dinner thing. You have noticed that?
Yeah, no, that was hilarious. It was my favorite thing that probably happened this season. And
Leroy's like, I'm not even mad.
I had somebody call me a racist because I referred to it on my daily vlog, and they had no idea I was talking about the challenge, and they thought I was racist for saying what I said. I had to explain to them that that I do challenge recaps, and this is what this dude said, because I said it in the daily vlog as well. But
I'm not even mad.
Yeah, it's hilarious, so funny. But okay, so they're gonna do Power Couple. Go ahead.
And it's gonna be Bananas versus Jordan in the Final Four elimination.
I see that. I see that happening. I think Bananas is gonna win.
Jay's not gonna have to earn the stripes till next season.
Yeah. Which
kind of bugs me a little bit, even though I'm a big JD fan. I wish they would have been in one elimination.
I am too. That sucks that they weren't in one. Like, because I thought Jenna was an airhead until this season of the challenge. Now I kind of think like she's like a silent storm.
Her arrogance this season is absolutely horrific.
Arrogance? You think she's full of herself?
Very. She was like, I don't remember what challenge it was. She was like, I have to keep the I have to take good care of my moneymaker or something like that.
Oh, well, girls don't like to get hit in the face. That's just like a girl thing. Like, we don't want to get hit in the face because then what? You know? We can't hide our face. It's the one thing we try to protect all day. Every day.
Well, Ace, I definitely am glad to have you back. And we definitely need to have another one sooner rather than later.
Yes. Lock me down.
How's the job going at Full Screen?
Great. We're We're about to move into a new building. Things are stressful, but we're in a new apartment, so that's good. And, you know, things are good. How are things with you?
They're going very well. I'm a writer on my school newspaper.
Sweet.
Doing sports stuff, which is my second favorite thing behind reality TV, of course.
So you know what happened to my Jimmy Graham today?
I'm pissed.
You're not pissed?
I'm pissed because I'm a Niner fan. And I'm gonna have to see. They're gonna have to play him twice a year.
Yeah, I'm pissed
Yeah.
because that's fucked up.
I'd rather not talk about the Niners.
I'd rather not talk about it either. I'd rather
Yeah.
not talk about the Seahawks ever at all. Always.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's good, and I'm definitely glad to have you on. We'll definitely have to catch up real soon. Twitter handle Ace Nichols 33. Am I correct though?
Yes, and
You've never changed it.
never, never. And also, people who are watching that are Challenge fans and fans of the recap, I am about to post right now, whenever I get off of this, a video of all of the intros from the beginning of time till now. The beginning.
Are mine on there?
No, because it was just people from the what you call.
I was an outro.
No, do an intro, do an outro. No, that's true too. Do an outro for me for this week, next week. Yeah.
What do you want to buy? I'm super busy, so I don't know if I'll have time.
Next, or you dance for DM for me for the finale recap.
Oh, you gotta have everybody else. You gotta have everybody do it.
Well, I'm gonna try to have as
'Cause
many as I can. But
I don't want to be the only one.
No,
I won't be the only one. No.
you don't want to be the one. You are not the one.
I am the one. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in, and always great, always a pleasure, Ace.
You too, man. Great talking to you. Love your faces. See you later.